Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, I did have my guys finish doing some tasks. They finished making the vases and the vases, the bottles, and a few potions and things of that sort, little knickknacks here and there, but nothing really major. They are making some more bars of different resources, but mainly what I wanted to show you guys is I was thinking on this next fight, this next one we're going to be doing the boss guy, I have a few people who have some archer skills, but I could actually change that to rifles instead, and then give them the incendiary ammo, which adds another 50 damage to what the weapon already does, which is 50 damage. So when they hit an enemy, they're going to be hitting them for 100 points of damage, which is the highest in the game. 50 is the highest in the game, but 100 is going to be just nuts. So we're going to make some of that. It only requires 2 gunpowder and 1 thing of steel, which is really, when you think about it, when you get to this stage, not that bad. Earlier, when I was thinking about it, I was like, man, that's nuts. It's a lot of resources. But now, not so much. You know, we can afford that for the big guys. I wouldn't want them spending it on everything, but there's no way for me to tell them not to do it. Like, once you have it, and there's no way around it. You can't be like, don't use those ammo anymore. I wish there was to turn it on and turn it off, but I think that would give you a little bit too much control over it, because if you could do that, then holy crap, man, like, you would really be able to wreck the bad guys, and they'd know it. But while they're making that stuff, we're gonna come up here and gather some of this water, because well, man, we always need water for pretty much everything. They go through the beer like crazy, and as you can see, these things actually work. You know, these filled in while I was gone. These 2 right here did not, which means they may be too big. But keep in mind that if it's a really, really powerful rainstorm and these things were already filled up, it would kind of overflow, and these things would then fill up in their place. So having that extra little reserve just in case you don't get back to these very often is kind of nice. Although you could simply fix that by coming in here and having these things go deeper, and having more of them, and then you just have a nice little thing of water to get. But if they have to jump in to get it, that's going to slow them down, because they're going to have to swim and do all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind as well. There's always a trade-off in this game when you're thinking about what to do and what not to do. We're also, on this episode, after we kill that guardian, we're going to make an elevator. I have a good place to put it, and this is going to get me a good idea of how far down it goes, which will let me know how far up I can place it. Now, it's not that you guys have not replied to me and let me know, what the length on the elevator is. The reason I'm doing it is because today I have a little bit more time to play. I had the day off, which is kind of nice to have during the week. Don't really get that too often. And I'm sitting here playing a few games, and this is one of them. And I really, really like this game. There's times when you play it that you've been playing it too much and you kind of know it. But then there's other times where you haven't played in quite some time that you're like, man, I wish I could go back and play that game. And you kind of build up that anticipation to play for some time. And it's been a few weeks since I've really had time to sit here and play the game. So I'm digging the fact that I can sit here and play 4 or 5 episodes, and I don't really want to stop. So it's not that I'm not listening to you guys. It's just that these videos will all have been shot at the exact same time. So you guys are still making all of this down here. You're still making that. Have you made the ammo? I mean, I'm sure you made a few pieces of it. Let's look in here. You made 2 out of 34. So yeah, not a whole lot. And man, 34 does not sound like a lot now that I'm thinking about it. It really, really doesn't. It's going to go through pretty quickly when we fight that guy. But he's right down there on the bottom, and in fact, I'll show you guys where he's at. We'll come all the way down here, zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. He's way, 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 way down here. And he's the main one. He's the one guarding the entranceway right here. And once I destroy him, I'll actually be able to make those blocks, and they will come down here. In fact, I think I can make them now. It's just that before you found this area, you couldn't make them because it will show it. Like, they will come down here. So you could use that as a kind of a cheat or a directional, like, buoy showing you, like, where you need to go to find at least one of the guardians and, of course, the main place. So I think that's why they didn't, allow you to do it until you found it yourself. But, yeah, it would kind of suck to find, like, all the pieces and not that one. Like, that's the one you really need. Oh, there's mithril down here, too, which I need to use. I do actually, I wanted to wait as well, so it's a good thing I saw that so I don't forget. I did want to wait until we were on camera, but we found a lot of mithril down there, guys, and they're making the bars for them right now. You can kind of see it right there in front of us. If we go into our craft menu, you'll see I have 18 of them already, and they're still making another 5. You use, I think, 1 or 2 of these. Let's look at that for the tower real quick so we know exactly how many we need to keep, although there's more of it down there, so we're not going to use any of those bars, actually. We're just going to use the ore itself. So we're fine with making as many of those as we want. So let's make another 2 just so that we know we have it. And now let's look at the armor. We have a few pieces. Let's look at our equipment real quick, guys. We have a few guys in here that are not using very good weapons. So you're mithril, you're not. So we need at least 1 sword, 2. So we need 2 swords. That's it, just 2 swords, and everybody has everything they need. What about the boots? Everybody but 2 people have boots. Okay, so we'll do 2 swords and 2 boots just to get everybody equaled out. Swords, you know, they use a little bit more, but they do have, you know, a little bit faster on the slashing. The hammers use a little bit less, but they seem to knock people back. So we're going to do the hammers because we already have a few swords. There's 2 there. Let's go to our armor, I think, which is a little bit forward, yeah. There we go. And we'll use what's left to make 2 more of these. And then from then on, we either make the mithril helmets or we make the breastplates. And the helmets, of course, are going to be the best bet for you as far as getting your resources, your bang for your buck, because you know they're using a little bit less. But then keep in mind that they still use 3, and you only get 20 armor out of it versus I think it's like 15 or 17. It's 16 for the last one. So you're only going up 20. Or, I mean, 4 of them because you're only going up to 20. Whereas the mithril armor itself uses 4, so it's just 1 more than the 3 the other one's using. And it goes from 40 for the highest to 30 for the lowest. You're getting 10 right there for the combination of upgrade. So for 3 bars you gain 4, or yeah, for 3 bars you gain 4 points. For 4 bars you gain 10 points. So, you know, the breastplate is probably going to be better for you if you have the resources to do it, but you may not because it uses gold as well. So let's see, can we make any more of this? We can make 8. So let's make a few more. I'm going to leave 2 there just in case we have to use gold for something down the road. And it may be the primarily the big part of this episode is us just getting ready for this fight. Now that's why I went ahead and put down more of these blacksmithing, because I knew that's what they were going to be using when we got to the high end. Like when you start getting to the better armor and you start doing the elevators and the tracks, that's what you're going to be using most of the time, is the blacksmith. So these other tables really aren't worth it anymore after a certain point. I mean, yeah, you're still going to be making food, but you're not going to need like 14 things of this food, and you're not going to need 14 things of the flour or the carpentry until you get into start making furniture. And then you might need a whole bunch of these so you can pump out that furniture and really design your places the way you want to. And I think you also make your ceiling tiles, or not ceiling tiles, but your tiles for the backdrop and the flooring, and yeah, even the ceiling. I guess if you think about the next floor being the ceiling for that, right over here in most of these places. So yeah, that's going to be a thing if you do a lot of that stuff. Whereas if you do a lot of fighting and you want a lot of potions, you're going to need a lot of these labs right here. And they really stack right next to each other, so you don't really have to worry about having a lot of space. Whereas the blacksmiths, they don't like being next to one another. You have to give them a little bit of space. I think you can put them pretty close, but yeah, they're kind of fickle sometimes, especially if you have other stuff nearby. That might have been the thing that was throwing me off with these guys. I probably could have put them a little closer together, but you know, 4 of them is fine. I might put another one up here, and I could even go a little further and put another one right there. Now this is where I'm going to go ahead and put my the elevator that I'm building. So let's go ahead and chop that down. We'll put some lights here and one right here just to give it that illusion. And I think we might actually have to go up a little ways right here because I think it is 3 high. So hopefully that will fit in right there. And then we'll have it where the elevator goes straight down. And this will allow me to count the blocks, and I'll go straight down as far as I can to see what the limit is. And I'll get rid of those ladders, and that will allow me to get a little bit more wood and resources and things of that sort. So that's really going to help me out there quite a bit. And this is a spot that my guys use quite a bit. You know, like they're right here next to all of my stuff. So when they come back with all this stuff, they go straight up and back down. I wish I could put it up here, which I might actually be able to do, guys. If I move it over... That's an interesting idea. Should I do it right here? I think I will. I think I will do it right here. Tech tree? Really? What's left? I mean, I did it all. Except for we need to make a few more pieces. And let's do that real quick, just so we can see if we get anything for that. Gold? No, I don't want to waste any of these resources. This is the only one we'd be able to do, I guess. Man, we went through a lot of coal there. What about over here? I don't want to use the wood, so we'll just have to go off and get more coal. But there's tons of it down there below where we were chopping, so that's not going to be an issue right there. So let's do this. Oh man, I hope they don't bust through over here on this side. Granted, the waves don't get down here anymore, but you just never know. Like, you just don't want to risk that. But we're gonna try it. And let's see, can I replace rear stone, and we'll replace front stone. Now remember, when they replace this stuff, they actually chop it down. You'll see in the back, now he has stone there, so you do not lose that resource. You just lose the time it would take for him to chop it down, then come back and place it. Like, he's doing 2 in 1, so that's a really, really nice feature to have. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's see what we need to build the elevator unit. I think we got everything we wanted on the last one, just to be safe. There it is right there. Okay, so we need gold, and we made sure to keep a few of those around just in case. We need the middle wheels, so we'll definitely do that. What about the oil? We have plenty of that. Rope we do have plenty of, so we'll double click that. And wooden planks, we'll put that down, double click on that. And now we can make up to 4 of these things. And I think that's a good idea. I think we're going to make all 4 because we do want to put one here. We want to put several of them up here on the top once we find out what the actual length is wise. We might put it like right here and it will go straight down to our base. Now remember, the enemy doesn't like your stuff, but he doesn't destroy anything, so you don't really have to worry about him completely and totally annihilating any of your belongings if you put it out there where it's, you know, kind of dangerous. But you do want to be aware that at some point down the road, they might make that a thing. You know, they might make it where the enemy's like, nope, you're not leaving that out here, I'm destroying that. So we can make 130 of these things. Let's do that many, because we don't want to use all our the steel. We do want to save some of that. Now, did they give us the weapons? Okay, they did give us the weapons. And I'm not dragging my feet, guys. I promise we will get to that Guardian before the end of the episode. But I want to make sure we're as ready as possible, and we have a few of these pieces of ammo to really throw at them and see what we can do with that. Let's see. I did make another weapon, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of this bow right here. Now, it is a really nice bow. It doesn't do quite as much damage. This is a mithril weapon, but you can see it does 43, 50 accuracy, and 5 distance, whereas this weapon right here does, that's just a regular rifle. Is that the right one? That one only does 30 damage, but 70 accuracy. What is... I thought that does 50, didn't it? Let me look at that real quick. I thought it said 50 on this one. It is 50, so he doesn't have that one. What's the other one? Just a rifle. Okay, so I still need to make one more of these things. Did I make one of these by mistake? I think I did. I think I actually clicked on that one. I meant to click on this one. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so I need a few of these trigger mechanisms. Just one more. I need nails. Seriously? Okay, well, we'll make a few of those, and then we'll make a trigger mechanism. 2. Actually, I didn't make that. Let's click it. You gotta click it once more. Make 2 of these barrels. Dang it, man. That's a lot of resources that I wasted on that one mistake right there. Let's actually take that weapon off. What? We have 2 of those, actually. Look at that, guys. We have 2 of these weapons. So let's put the bow on both of those, because that's going to be better than what they're using. And a bow right there. Dang it. We have some really crappy stuff. Okay, so we got to take this rifle and these pistols apart, and hopefully I can get some of those resources back. No, that's not what I want to click on. Come over here and man, I hope I do. Let's see if we have any luck here, guys. Oh yes, we did have some luck. Okay, so let's put that down there, and we got a little bit more there. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so all we need is gold. Can we make any more? No, we're out of gold. Man, we go through that stuff like crazy. Okay, so we did make one. We need to make two. Can we come down here and get a little bit of gold? Is there any left? Did they pick everything up? There is gold down here, so let's come back down here real quick and we'll snag a little bit of that while we have a chance. I'm not going to tell them to chop anything else down while they're here. They're going to get what they can get with that portal, and that's going to be the end of it right there. Tech tree there. Holy crap. We finally did it, guys. Everything is maxed out except for that furniture. What? I forgot the furniture? Oh, we're going to have to go back and do that. Jeez, what is wrong with this picture? Okay, yeah, we're going to worry about that on the next episode because this one is going to be the Guardian. We're concentrating as much as possible on our armor and our weapons, and then we're going to go down there and kick some serious butt. Okay, so you guys are making stuff in here. You're still making glass. Wish you'd actually forget about the glass. I don't really need that now. What if I put down... I'll put down a minion. Minions will help grab this stuff and take it back so they don't have to stop what they're doing. And these guys don't have to stop what they're doing, although they're not really doing anything. I think this is all they have right now to keep them busy, although I did tell them to chop some stuff down, so hopefully they will get to that. Let's see, what about food? We're going to put a little bit of food down up here, a little bit of alcohol, because they love it. They love their beer. It would be cool if you could make other stuff. You know, I mean, I'm always asking for more in my video games and in the videos, and I hate to do that because some of you guys will be like, "Well, enough is enough." You know, you're getting a lot out of it already. It's true, but I'm just the type of personality where I'm always thinking of like what they could have done and what they could still do with like the franchise, because they are still coming up with more and more updates for this game all the time. So it's definitely something they could do where they can make it like wine. You could have you know, some kind of wine that you could make, and because there's already apples in the game. All you need is potatoes for like vodka or grapes for the wine, and you can make different stuff out of different resources. If they gave you strawberry, you can make strawberry wine, and pretty much anything can be made into wine if it has sugar in it. So the possibilities are pretty much endless, and you could have each one have its own like side effect to it. They haven't really done that yet. Have like a pro and a con to having the alcohol. Like, it makes you faster right now, but maybe it makes you more reckless in fighting. Like, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it will make it where your guys will constantly run off and get killed rather quickly in a fight, or not know when to run away or something like that. So that would be something interesting that they could incorporate it into the game to give it that extra little dimension that it doesn't really have on some of the items that it has right now. Although, with that said, it might not be the path they want to go down, because it could be a dramatic change for people. Like, this is kind of like a nice, easy way to get integrated into, or introduced, I should say, into a genre that you may not play that often, or maybe never played. This is a nice, simple game to the point where it has a lot of detail if you want it to, kind of, but it doesn't have as much detail to overwhelm you as some of the other stuff out there that I've seen. So that's kind of interesting. Let's get up here. We're not going to chop that down. We're going to remove the torch. And let's see, can we build... I think we already are. I think we already are building the elevators right now. And we just didn't put it down here on the bottom for us to use. So let's do that. And we might as well put that down while we wait for this other stuff down here. Did they get any of the gold? Let's go down there and see if they got any of that stuff. How long? We have 20 minutes left on the wave. They never came down here. They are so done with this area, so they didn't get any of that gold. So we're not going to wait on that. We're going to go attack the Guardian as soon as these guys get a few more of these balls. These fire ammunition things done. How many do they got? 48? That might be enough, actually, guys. That's probably enough. What do we got here? High-powered rifle. So we'll put that on one of our dudes. You got one already. Let's replace you with a high-powered rifle. We'll make sure that does what I wanted. Yeah, 50 damage on that one. So we have, what, just 2 guys with high-powered rifles? 3 guys. 3 guys with high-powered rifles. And 2 guys with bows. Yeah. Okay, so that's not too bad. What do we got for bows? Can we make a few things for them real quick before we go down there? Just to try that out. What can we give them? We can give them fire arrows. How much does that add onto it? 20 damage. That's not too bad. And I got plenty of those resources other than the wood, maybe. What about this? 40 damage to that. That's not too bad either. Silver arrows protect even elven knowledge and are extraordinarily efficient or effective in combat. Doesn't really add anything, though. Fire arrows sound pretty cool. Let's make a few of these. because one, it doesn't use a lot of resources, and two, I'm going to be able to see that a little bit better in the fight, and that's going to be an extra little graphic that I haven't seen before. At least we haven't seen that much. So holy crap, look how many arrows we can make with that. Jeez, that's nuts. Okay, 190 overboard. Why did I keep clicking the button? I don't know, but they're not making that many. They have no need to make that many. But who's gonna make it? Is it gonna be over here? I think it is. Let's see. Are they gonna go to work? Yep, they sure are. So that's a thing. If you need arrows, you're gonna have to use your woodworking bench here. And oh man, that's yeah. We definitely have to go attack that guardian here. But I'm gonna let them make a few. We have our minions floating around. I don't worry about the power, guys. I have potions for that. I can come in here and use that, so we're not going to have to wait for that. We're definitely going to have plenty of power to go around there. And these guys are already making some. They only made one, and then he ran off. What's he doing? Is he going to get something to eat, maybe? Maybe. That might be it. Let's, wow, they are really going to town on their food. Look at this, guys. I keep putting it down, but you know, that's one of the drawbacks to having them inside the base, is that they will go a long time without eating. And then when they do eat, they only take like 1 or 2 pieces, and then they're fine, right? But if they're inside the base, if they're doing stuff like they're doing over here, level up. I got level 13. Holy crap, I get another dwarf. Oh, perfect timing, guys. Perfect timing. Okay, what am I going to give this guy? What should I give this guy? I don't know. Well, let's look at see what he is. He might already be something. He's a fisher. Oh, that's right? I mean, come on. What am I gonna do with that? That sucks. Okay, so let's give you a silver pickaxe. We'll give you a crappy axe because that's all we got on us right now. What do we want to give you? A silver sword, maybe? No, we'll give you a bow. That's one of the best ones in the game. It's the last one we have, and we're making arrows, so that's going to work out really well for you. What about this? Crap, we're going to have to make more boots because we made just enough to have enough for everybody, and we forgot to put them on. So one guy, I think he's wearing gold. Yeah, you're gonna keep wearing those gold guys, those gold boots for a while, and we're gonna put it on the guy who needs it the most, the iron boots. Oh, look at this guy. He is completely decked out rather than his steel or other than his steel on his silver pickaxe. That's his steel axe, I guess I should say, and his silver pickaxe. But this is finally clear. Let's go ahead and have this put down. Nope, not right there. How about right there? Yeah, there we go. And we'll put a torch next to it just for looks as well. Let's see, you guys doing what you're doing. Yeah, they're still making these balls. We still have minions waiting for it. Okay, what about our arrows? How many do we got? 3? That's not enough. We have another 2 minutes. I'm going to give them another 2 minutes before we go down there. Let them make as many of these things as possible. There we go. We got some minions picking them up already. They're able to just sit there. They're actually doing a relay. The one guy took off while the other guy immediately took over for him. So it shouldn't take too long for him to get a nice little bundle of these. But I want him to have more than just a couple to fire during that fight. I really do not imagine that Guardian guy is going to last more than just like 10 or 15 seconds, considering the amount of damage we're going to be bringing to the fight, you know, that quickly. But I'm going to have them all spawn or teleport down very far away. I probably shouldn't have used those portals now that, you know, I leveled. I should have looked at that a little closer, but you guys are doing just fine right there. Plenty of arrows to be had right now. What about these guys down here? Now, these guys have finally finished, have they? Have they finally finished everything? No, they're still making 43 more of them. Huh. But yeah, this works all the way down. Okay, so that is perfect. Let's go ahead and, you know, chop these ladders down. Remove the ladder, yeah. We'll chop all these ladders down. That way I can reuse them somewhere else. There we go. And at some point, we're going to dig straight down to see how far they can go. But this is kind of nice. I should have built one of these a long time ago. They're pretty cool. Can more than one person use it at a time? Maybe not. Maybe that's the drawback. Only one person can use it. What are you doing, man? No, more than one person can get in it. They just have to get in it at the same time and get off at the same place. So as long as everybody's going to one location, that works out quite well. Nice. Look at that, guys. That is fantastic. Come on. What are you waiting for? Why are you getting stuck all over the place? That is weird. They trying to memorize the floors? I mean, what's going on there? Oh, yeah, look at that. That is so much quicker. Oh, my God, that is amazing. Dang. Dang, guys. Okay, so we got yeah, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down. Dang, I've been teasing you with this for the whole episode. I do apologize. It's not what I intended to do. That was not, you know, like a tactic to be like, oh, this is what the episode's gonna be about, and then we're never gonna get to it. Let's see, where am I gonna put them? If I put them over here, the immediately upon spawning or getting out, they're probably gonna get attacked. But we'll try it. I'll tell them to show up here. We're gonna have people that will jump up here, and yeah, see, he's already doing it. They're already jumping up. Okay, guys, attack! Attack! Do it! Wow, is this guy really wearing chitin armor still? He needs a major upgrade. Come on, guys, shoot! Shoot your weapons! Shoot your weapons! Where are the flaming arrows? Do I have any flaming arrows? No flaming arrows. Wow, look at the damage they are doing, guys. Jeez. And he's dead. Wow. Holy crap. That is amazing. That is just crazy. I have never, ever killed a Guardian in that amount of time, that quickly. That is just, wow, I need to use those more often. That's all I gotta say. First portal part, it's nice that you get it here. Let's see, we'll put this here. You'll light that, and it's gonna give a few more, this will light up as well when you put your first one down. Oh, there's some gargoyles up here. That's kind of cool. You guys can go back home. I mean, you have things to do back there. I realize you guys just had a pretty big victory over here, but, you know, it's time to go back. It's time to go back, dude. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Go register. Wow, look at this guy in the middle. He is incredibly short compared to his friends nearby. Wow, I wonder if that makes a difference in how much damage they will take. You know, do they take more damage because they're smaller? I don't think they do. But you guys are going to make me waste another portal. And you're probably still not going to go back, because you guys are just a bunch of buttheads, and you want me to waste more power. So let's come back over here. Where's my base? Where is it? Did I pass? Oh, I went too far. Okay, let's come back over here to this. And then we're going to dig down. And I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, how far down does that go? That should be more than enough, actually. I don't think it's going to go this far. How many squares is it so far? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it goes down 19 squares so far, guys. Almost an even 20 right there. I bet it goes down to like 30 or 35. I don't think it will go down further than that. That just seems like a really, really long elevator. And I don't remember it going down that far, because I've done it once before, I believe, and it just wasn't that good for me. Now, some of these guys are hurt, but not to worry. We have plenty of resources up here, plenty of defenses up here. What I think I might do, actually, is put down the Tesla tower right here, get rid of this light. When we remove that torch, we'll put the torch over here, get rid of that one, just because I'm going to like the way this kind of looks by doing it this way. And we will definitely use another one right here. Okay, so we're gonna chop down these 2 blocks right here, and we're gonna make them both hatches, and that way this thing can fire right through it. Now, do I have hatches already up? I do not. So let's see, what can I do to make that? Wow, that was just incredibly fast to kill that guy. I can't believe it took so long to get ready for it, and then we just wiped the floor with him. We don't want to use that. Let's use wood until we have better, or I shouldn't say better, just another choice. They obviously are better choices out there, but we just don't have the resources to do it yet, because we've been using so many of them as it is. So let's see, you guys are gonna be fine right there until they put that hatch up. It's just gonna be like, it's not a real house, you gotta fix it. Let's do this. Come on, what's else? Any more enemies? There were a few more. Yes, there were. Okay, so I wanted to get rid of these guys before we end the episode. Let's see, any more food? Let's put that down as well. There we go. And again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. I know I ask you that all the time. It has become a little bit of a habit, and if it annoys any of you guys, I do apologize. But, you know, there are video game companies out there that will not even talk to you to get permission just to review their game until you have a certain number of subscribers or views every month and stuff like that. So there's like another whole like hassle on just playing the games that I actually just want to play. You know, like there's Fallout 4, which is going to be coming soon here, guys. We'll be doing that in probably about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. We're also going to be doing Tanky Online fairly soon as well, once the new computer is up and running and everything's fine with it. I know I've been talking about it for a while, and I've had such a headache with it that it's taken as long as it has, but that is definitely coming here pretty soon, and I can't wait for it. I mean, that's going to be freaking awesome. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will definitely catch you all next time.